Alright, what is going on? I'm not even sure if y'all can hear me. This is the first time I've worn this head mount thing for the camera. Ow, sorry. Did I poke everybody in the face? Just continuing with my cleanup here. I don't know how much of this you can see without leaning back and being too awkward, but I am in my comic room. Haven't really been in here much in the last year, just because we lost about half the inside of our house. So this kind of took a back seat for a long time, but now that we've been in here, we're probably about 95 to 98% done. I can finally come back in here and just be a nerd. So, but everything's got to get cleaned up. So I figured I would take y'all along with me, and we're starting here with, well, we started with Thanos. But we are continuing this series with Mr. Murdock here, trying to get him cleaned up. I know that he doesn't look terribly dusty. We're going to get him cleaned up anyways. So all we're going to, we're going to start with the two brushes. We'll start with the big brush. This just kind of gets as much off as I can at one time. Switch over to the smaller one for a little bit more detailing. These are just detailing brushes for cars, but they are very soft and there's no risk of taking off any of this finish. Then I have some Q-tips and of course a fancy sprayer for just distilled water. Distilled water is a 0 parts per million. Nothing in it, so there's no chance of anything sitting on here and causing any kind of spotting or removing any of the finish. There's no cleaners in here. It is literally just water. Don't fuss it up. Y'all start adding stuff to it, you're gonna make Daredevil here look a lot less like Daredevil. So start with the big brush. In case anybody doesn't know, February 16th last year we were in a deep freeze, about 9 to 11 degrees outside for roughly 48 hours, and 36 hours of that at my house we had 0 power. So what does that mean? That means that we lost, that means that we had 14 pipe breaks on the other side of the house. Thank God nothing happened in here, because I wouldn't even know how to act if any of this stuff got ruined. I get it. It's all just stuff. It's all things. But it's a collection I put together over a long period of time. I would rather not see it all get destroyed or ruined and have to go to insurance and not get as much as it's all worth. Would rather not have to go through that. So we're just going to get everything cleaned up. And for Mr. Murdock here, I'm going to use the Q-tips to get into these crevices. Maybe a little bit down into here, if y'all can see that. This is this way, so I'm not terribly worried about these. I don't even know what you would call these, but it's on the stand. And then of course back down into his collar. I mean, he is a lawyer. I would hate for him to not be presentable in court, although would be pretty strange if he showed up in his Daredevil costume to court. Not sure if that's ever happened before in the comic books, but I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm more of a Spider-Man guy. I just really like Charlie Cox's rendition or variant of Matt Murdock. So I picked up his Marvel Gallery statue. Let's get this cleaned up. Let's see what we're pulling off of here. Oh, it's not too bad. Can y'all see that? It's not terrible. This one was sitting in a closed room, closed off from construction for most of the construction period. This room was closed off. This room was actually blocked off because I don't trust anybody in my damn house, let alone the reconstruction company that abandoned their job sometime back in the end of July. And I had to pick up and figure out how to get the rest finished and fix what they couldn't. But that's a story for another time here. Get his collar cleaned up here. Get inside of his hands back here. Anywhere that can basically hold on to any kind of dust or grit or grime, you just kind of want to dig into. As far as these things are concerned, it would be just real quick to do this like this. Just with that wet side of the Q-tip. Oop, I think I missed one. I mean, nothing if I'm not pretty detail oriented. I don't know how many people know this, but I do detail cars for a living, so this is kind of natural, a natural thing to me here. So it was kind of dingy, a little dirty, nothing to really write home about. Can y'all see that? So we'll get what we're gonna do is take the small brush and the places where I just put that wet Q-tip, I'm just gonna go over one time. That way any kind of water that's left behind gets dried out by the brush itself. It is still it's distilled water, so it's 0 parts per million. It should not be leaving anything behind. But I would rather not play the game and take the risk if I can. I know, it's just a cheap Marvel Gallery statue. I get it, I really do. But it is my Marvel Gallery statue, and I would like for it to be clean and not have a bunch of water spotting on it. So, I mean, that's pretty much it as far as cleaning. We'll continue the cleaning series with the rest of my statues. I've got a Venom down here, Spider-Gwen. There's a couple more in the other room, but yeah, that's pretty much it. See y'all on the next one.